So what do you hear in all this?
I mean, listen, who knows what's going on? Donald Trump lies every single day. Clearly, he's not telling the truth. But if you accept even part of the Iranian statement, Donald Trump has agreed to give Iran control of the Strait of Hormuz. That is extraordinary. If you go deeper into the statement from the Iranian National Security Council, they claim that Trump has also agreed to Iran's right to enrichment, to suspend all sanctions against Iran, and to allow Iran to keep their missile program, their drone program, and their nuclear program. Now, who knows if any of that is true, but if at the very least this agreement gives Iran the right to control the strait, that is cataclysmic for the world. And it is just stunning that that's where we have gotten to, that Donald Trump took a military action that has apparently, at least for the time being, given Iran control over a critical waterway that they did not have control over before the war began. So it just doesn't sound like there's actually an agreement, because what Trump is saying is totally different than what the Iranians are saying. But if Iran has the strait permanently now, what an error, what a miscalculation this entire...
Iran is now publicly trolling Donald Trump online as he spirals out of control, and there are many examples of this. For example, today, the Iran embassy in Zimbabwe responded to Trump's post on Truth Social, where he threatened Iran with war crimes, saying, "We've lost the keys." And this is in reference to opening the Strait of Hormuz. They don't have the keys to open it. And it actually didn't stop there, because the Iran embassy in South Africa chimed in as well to that post, saying, "Shh, the keys under the flower pot just open for friends." And then yesterday, again, the Iran embassy in Zimbabwe said, "Trump, please talk. We are bored." They are just completely mocking him. And final example, Iran posted this: the regime change happened successfully, MAGA, and they posted photos of different military officials and generals that have been fired by Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump during this whole war, indicating regime change here. And these posts are getting millions of views, hundreds of thousands of likes. It is embarrassing for the United States.
Iran has just responded to Donald Trump, and it's not good. This is coming from Iran's parliament speaker, who says, quote, "Your reckless moves are dragging the United States into a living hell for every single family, and our whole region is going to burn because you insist on following Netanyahu's command." Adding, "Make no mistake, you won't gain anything through war crimes. The only real solution is respecting the rights of the Iranian people and ending this dangerous game." He's referring to the fact that Donald Trump in his message did mention that he's going to hit bridges and power plants inside of Iran. Hitting power plants that are for civilians, that is a war crime. We also heard from the former Iranian foreign minister, who said in a statement, "If the White House repeats its foolish mistakes, it will quickly realize that the flow of energy and global trade can be disrupted with a single signal." He went further by saying, while the United States has learned history from Iran, it is yet to learn the geography of power, referring to the fact that when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz, it being shut down for an extremely long time will definitely screw up the world economy. We're already seeing it now. Bottom line is, it doesn't look like Iran is going to be, by 8 p.m. on Tuesday, going to be...
As of this morning, both Trump and Iran are sending threats to each other, guys. Things are escalating very quickly. So, here's what's happening. Iranian military officials warning that retaliation against US threats, then revealing satellite imagery and details about the Stargate UAE AI data centers in Abu Dhabi, which they're going to bomb if Trump retaliates tonight. Meanwhile, Trump posted this early in the morning, saying the whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. Wow, that's a hard threat, guys. He said whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, he said, but it probably will. So, there's no negotiations on the table, as you can see. However, now that we have complete and total regime change, where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionary, wonderful can happen. Who knows, he said. We will find out tonight at 8 p.m. One of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world, he said. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and debt will finally end. God bless the people of Iran, he said, and he posted on Truth Social. So there you go, guys. Things are escalating very quickly. Iran is saying they're gonna retaliate by hitting Abu Dhabi and major US-owned companies. Wow. So, I guess we just have to wait till 8 p.m. tonight.
Iran has issued what seems to be a direct response to President Trump's address to the nation last night, and it is typically fiery. A spokesman for Iran's military command said in a statement addressing the US and Israel this morning, quote, "This war will continue until you experience humiliation, permanent regret and inevitable surrender." Now, that's obviously in contrast to the time frame that President Trump suggested last night, saying the war could continue for another 2 or 3 weeks. Needless to say, the two sides often give starkly different narratives in this conflict. As you know, Trump has repeatedly claimed that Iran's leaders are eager to do a deal to end the war, while Iran has denied that it is negotiating at all.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that you're all doing well today, and welcome to the channel. So guys, you've noticed that this war is never gonna end like very soon, and if it's gonna end, one party needs to accept the defeat, and that is not gonna be Trump for sure, because on the internet he's saying this, but on the side he's really saying another thing that is really different. You've seen right now Trump is calling for a ceasefire. That means Trump wants truce rather. Trump is looking for truce. Yeah, he wants this war to be held on, like to not go on still, because I don't know what he's waiting for. Because you remember now, Trump started by telling Iran that I'm giving you 24 hours. Then Iran said, nope, we don't want it. We are not taking it. Then he goes ahead and said, like, you know what? I'm giving you guys 48 hours. Iran is like, no, we are not doing this. Then it's like, okay, fine. 2 days. It's like 1 day final offer. Iran is like, no, we are not doing this. You're not relenting. Trump goes ahead and says, you know what, 2 days, final offer. And then Iran is like, you know what, it looks like you need some rest. You've seen how the embassies, different embassies, I'm talking about Zimbabwe, South Africa, how they've been responding to Trump. And right now, he's calling for a ceasefire. He's calling, he's begging, like, you know what, we can't do this anymore, because his supporters, one of his biggest supporters, who's supposed to be like the NATO, they're not relenting. They don't want to be involved into this. But then again, as much as all this is going on, there's a lot of question that is being put in, because you've seen the Iranian government has responded, and they're actually literally telling Trump, but you know what, you're putting your people into much danger, into a lot of insecurities. And now I hope you've seen, like, previously, that was like 2-3 weeks ago, there was an attack in Michigan, and people were bombed, and like in the middle of all that, properties are getting distracted and all that, and also investors like are running away. The state of the country becomes so bad that nobody wants to do anything, because even right now insecurities in the United States of America has gone really high, and the economy is really deteriorating each and every time because of this war. And you know what happens? Like I said earlier, if you follow me, you will notice that I did some video telling you like why Trump would be interested into this war, because he wants to get the biggest share in the UAE, because UAE, it's the biggest platform that produces oil. And when this circus is going on, everything is just gonna stop, because fuel really controls the world economy. So ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're new here, my name is Yvonne, and to my new subscribers, you're welcome to being part of my online family. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you for staying, and please subscribe. We are on a journey to reaching 1,000 subscribers, and tell me, what do you think about this? What do you think that it's a good idea that Trump should just lower his guard down and accept that there's nothing that he can do up to this point? Because what the Iranian government wants, they want restoration, they want an apology, a proper apology, because remember, they did not start this war. So until next time.